AOB, just all off for getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the back then, you out of zip. Blow out his back then.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. They'll run on first down. It's Paul. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brissett now. Paul bringing it in. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Brissett. It's caught. Jones. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline.
Pittsburgh. Let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down. Forbes. He's going to let it go deep. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Throwing, Brissett. He completes it to Jones. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Chris Conley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw. Forbes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Tight go.
First down, Brissett. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
On first down, Paul. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Check mine. Check mine. Let go.
And to give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On the double.
At the 31-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Eagles 6.
Ready? 8, read. 57, come on. Watch QB draw. Hit it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Ready, get it.
From the gun on third down, Forbes. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Here we go. Here we go. Bravo. 57, let's go.
On first and 10, Forbes. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second down. Forbes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he has has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Open man is Higgins, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check nine. Shoot.
Now they try the right side here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Eagles' 14.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw. Forbes. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Here's Brissett. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Brissett now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A first down throw for Brissett. Complete to Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he connects with Ertz. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Let him roll. Yes. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check, check. Mike 42.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Rotate. Spell.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. To throw, Brissett looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ready, ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looking to throw. Forbes looking deep for Adams, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
On the set. 53, Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On first down, Forbes. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Back to throw. Forbes. He's going to let this one go deep. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Echo. I'm coming after you. Mike 35, Mike 35.
To throw again. Forbes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Forbes. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
60 outlaw. Mike. Hey, Alpha.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check.
Go.
To throw on third down. Forbes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Forbes. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Operating from the gun, Forbes. This pass complete to Higgins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Forbes. It's Williams on the catch. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Blue draw Corker. Hey, Delta. Check 52. Shoot.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point good by Prater, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and they will not be able to. Hook up there, it's incomplete. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Forbes. Throw left side to Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd down, Forbes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Ronan. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Brissett again. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll throw again. Brissett caught by the tight end Ertz. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
He's coming.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15. Brissett. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down, Philadelphia.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got to
Brissett on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Flushed out right. And able to find Conley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Now Brissett. Paul bringing it in. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down. The Eagles on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Brissett. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready?
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody